Hey folks, real quick. Does anyone wonder if a lot of this news product that comes out of the mainstream media, this anti-Trump rhetoric, does anyone wonder if it's actually created and intentionally released and the pot is stirred by Trump himself? Does anyone ever wonder that? I know I do. And here's my issue. Um, with the Michael Cohen case, they were spying on Michael Cohen, the lawyer for the President of the United States. Um, that means they were recording calls. I think it was just a pen register, but still, in a pen register, people listen in. And their personal agent notes can be used in a court of law. So if you're listening in on the recorded conversations of the president with his attorney, that's a violation of, the attorney-client privilege. Plus, is it legal to spy on the president of the United States when his scope of work is encompassing all these different things? In addition to that, we have the Omarosa, the release of Omarosa from the White House staff back in, I think it was last December. I think they let her stay on the payroll till January 20th. So she had 1 year in the White House. I think that gives her, some kind of retirement or something. I don't know. But she leaves the White House. She ends up writing a book that's scathing against Trump. But she records her conversation with Chief of Staff Kelly with a recording device. Now, yeah, people say Maryland and Washington, D.C. is a one-party consent. It is. But do you think anybody works in the White House that doesn't sign a confidentiality form, a non-disclosure form? I would think it would be absolutely required. And if you don't sign it, you don't walk through the door. It's pretty simple. So if she did sign one, which I'm absolutely sure she had to have, she violated that, which means she can be held, financially liable for recording the chief of staff in a skiff, no less, which is completely against the rules of the White House, Secret Service rules, national security rules, the whole nine yards. But no charges against her for that. So you have Cohen, you have Omarosa, Manigault, Newman, whatever her name is. Now you have the anonymous senior official at the White House writing a opinion op-ed for the New York Times, saying that the president's a bull in a china shop and we're all just sticking it out here to try to save America. I'm of the firm belief that I think a large portion of this stuff is actually generated by the administration. I'm wondering if they're running what we would consider a counter sting against the MSM, against the Mueller probe, against everything, and in an attempt to keep the mainstream media and the Democrats preoccupied with whatever it is they're putting out there. It just seems, think about it. Donald Trump is like a Teflon, he's like the Teflon Don, man. Like he just does, nothing ever sticks to him. And I wonder if he's using the mainstream media against themselves and the Democrats, and he is actually the one controlling the narrative with crazy releases. Who's to say he didn't, this whole thing with Omarosa wasn't planned and he put her up to it. The whole thing with Michael Cohen's in on it. And they raid his office and they take his stuff and all this stuff's going down. I don't know, man. It's just so weird. It's just crazy. For the Mueller probe to be allowed to violate the attorney-client privilege is just insane to me. I don't think it would ever be allowed. But part of me is wondering what percentage of everything that we're seeing and hearing right now is actually a coordinated and planned effort on behalf of the, created by the Trump administration. Something to look for. Talk to you later.